like I say, someone said that actually it was Greta Garbo and Humphrey Bogart that actually went and got me. People said, well, it was actually Greta Garbo and Humphrey Bogart that actually went and got you. But yeah, so anyway, at some point in time in my lifetime, I was wondering, well, who saved me? And because I was wondering who saved me, and so apparently, well, like I said, I offered amnesty. I protected like that Humphrey Bogart. I offered. Anyway, my actors, my actors, they knew me very very well. All my actors, they knew me because they knew the aircraft, they knew my armies. They knew I owned America. So, and I tried to protect as many of them as I could. So apparently, well, Humphrey Bogart apparently used to own an aircraft, an old military aircraft, a few of them, and or at least they said because Humphrey Bogart they said protected a town during the war or something. He would chase them away, or he had money to pay for pilots and stuff like that. And Humphrey Bogart was protecting some town, and Greta Garbo or something like that. She was one of the women. So anyway, so they said my actors actually, some of my actors who had become rich or whatever, they were behind me. They cared about me. They loved me. So because I protected them. I protected my scientists. I protected my actresses, my actors. You know, I wouldn't let my women be hurt. Anyone in my country was protected from each other and from other people. So anyway, a lot of people would be like this and that, and it's like, you know, like I say, they protected me, and I would protect them, and that like I say, it's a funny thing. If you looked back in my history, you'd actually see that I protected my exoskeletons as well. I was very, 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 very protective of my life forms. Like I protected them; they would work for me, but I wouldn't allow them to be abused. Like I would tell people a lot of times, I was like, I'm not going to give them to someone that's going to abuse them. They're my life forms. I genetically engineered them. I designed them, and therefore I'm going to take care of them. I won't let anyone else because I've seen what other people can do. I've seen how people treat life forms like meat or just like whatever, or each other just like whatever. It's like no, I'm not going to be a part of that. So anyway, apparently at some point in time I was going to be killed, and Humphrey Bogart and some of the other actors or actresses, protected me. So I don't really know. That's just what they said. So, because I was like, who protected me? And someone said, well, it was actually Humphrey Bogart that actually went and got you. I was like, what? Okay. So apparently he did a mission or something like. I don't really know. I don't know. I was like, wait a minute. So my actors actually went and did a strategic strike. I guess in the old days, acting and acting and whatever they kind of like go together. Well, I mean, a lot of my military people, like they knew how to fight really well. So anyway, and that's another thing. Like I said, a lot of my actors, a lot of my people, they filmed, they made films. It wasn't just them acting; like they were making films so they could be like, "Hi," to me. Like when they wave at the film thing, well, they're either waving to some black piece of what named Papa, which was basically terrorizing people and saying, like pretending like everything was fine and having people act like everything was fine while he basically went to a bunch of women and a bunch of other people. Like he was killing people. Like the black people would have guns to the cameraman's heads basically, and they were still just keep it rolling for Lucifer so he doesn't know anything's wrong. Anyway, and doing doing the thing, but I found out about the White Black War and everything else like that. I mean, I knew about the like I say, the black people they declare war on the white people. They try and kill us all. Not just white people, but Japanese and Chinese and the black people are basically just like I say. Well, once the White Black War comes out, that the blacks actually purposely have been trying to kill the white people this whole time or enslave them. The black people just start going yeah and running like the black people just go all out and just kill as many white people as they possibly can and then run So once the white-black war comes out, that the black people have always been trying to kill the white people, then they start just, and they're just using JFK and John McCain and a few other people to hide the truth of what they're really doing. So basically, yeah, the black people have been trying to kill the white people this whole entire time, and everyone else. They're just putting down the line and all that other stuff. Yeah, whatever, but that's the way it was. The black people basically attacked Germany and actually wanted to kill everyone. So they want to basically enslave the white people and all kinds of other stuff. And I don't know, maybe racism is easier. Like the black people are the newest, or one of the newest races. The white race and the Japanese, and especially, are actually the oldest races. So anyway, it's all complicated and everything else. Where basically the black people turn out to be the psychotic freaks, and they take some pure white people along with them. Like a bunch of really black people and a bunch of really white people all get together. But mostly I hear it's actually the black people. Like the black people were in control of Germany. The black people were just making the films and doing all this stuff, pretending like everything's fine. And they actually had the guns to the head of all the black people. I mean, all the white people. So no one really knew what was happening behind the camera. No one knew what was actually happening at the warehouses. Whenever the black people would go to look at a warehouse with the white people, they would be raping the girls inside the warehouse. They'd be raping the Germans. They'd be raping everyone, going, because as far as black people were concerned, white people are a different race. So it's very easy for them to say, well, because anyway though. So apparently. Yeah, because there's just black but there's Chinese, German, white, and all these other ones. But black people were like, well, there's only one of us and there's all of you. So black people were just going psycho. They saw it as basically get them to fight each other and then take over or kill the rest. So anyway, so there's this great big huge black war where the black people. They just see it as black versus white, and they would rather see black on top, and all that other stuff. And it's like, well, you're just one race. There's China, there's French, there's Dutch, there's all these other races, and black people just see it as, there should be, I don't know. You have to go ask them. But basically, there's this whole big black war that no one really knew about, where the black people are just psycho. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. It's to them it's all out war, and it's and they and the people, the black leaders, don't really care about anything. They just want to have sex with as many women as they can, and then get all those nice cars and stuff, and they don't care about working or nothing. They don't care about anything. They don't even want to go to school. The black people don't even care about going to school. Like the black people had schools. The black people had everything. It's just that the black people didn't they didn't care. They were like, why go to school when we can just go and cut to the chase? Which meant black people couldn't read or anything. They have all this stuff where the black woman was like, you better go to school so you can learn how to read and stuff like that. But the truth was, the black people were like, nah, why bother go to school? Just go out there, grab a gun, and shoot people, and go rape that white bitch. Go rape that white girl. So basically, this whole time, black people have just been psychotic. Here's some drugs. Go sell some drugs. Take that gun and go put it to the girl's head, and then have sex with her. It's that easy. So the black people, that was black advice. That was what the black leader was saying. Was here, take a gun, take some drugs, go put it to a white girl's neck, and then don't even bother learning to read. Don't even bother learning to school. That's the way you do things. Apparently, is what the black leader was saying. Whereas I'm saying school, blah 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 blah, to all my people. So black people, they go a completely different way. Which basically black people go right into the ground. So, or actually, the thing was, they were really actually just like riding with the guns they were never really high. They were really always just like, they just got guns real quick and they went, so it looked like they were higher, but they weren't higher. They were actually like down here, and then they went right to the ground because, they just started going psycho. They started raping women, and basically within one lifetime, one guy had everything he wanted. And then once he had everything he wanted, he didn't give a fuck, because he never gave a fuck. So black people were just like into the ground. Yeah, and they were trying to say that there was some ancient civilization or they had something, and it's like, nah, you got nothing. Like, you actually have less than you actually have. Because what you actually have, you stole from some Germans and some black people. I mean, some Chinese and everybody else. Black people ain't got nothing. They were in the bush. They're like one of the youngest races.